Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the High School Star League. My name is Achilleos, with me is Fekis, and we are about to get the second game underway here between Aldergrove and Henry Jackson High School. Henry Jackson having a fantastic showing in the latter half of that first game. Ended up having a pretty crushing performance. We also saw a pentakill coming out there from Draven Does It All. So, really strong stuff coming in. We see we are in the picks and bans phase here, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we got going on.
So yeah, that Vi being insta-locked in, gonna go over to the side of, what was that, Henry Jackson? Yeah, it's Henry Jackson. Switch sides for this one. Henry Jackson High School. Be taking that one away from Boz. And they do ban the Blitzcrank also from Oh My Banana. Gave quite a bit of trouble to pretty much the entire team of Aldergrove. So not too surprised to see that one banned out. And that's a High Tiffany hovering over an Udyr. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take that top lane because he took the Rek'Sai top lane. And I know Udyr top used to be a thing. I haven't seen it in a while, but I mean if he's going to bring it back, why not?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. Looks like, okay, this is actually, interesting. Alex the Greater possibly looking to go with that Lissandra. Again, of course, they could flip that one to Sasaki in the mid lane. We have seen a heck of a lot of Lissandra played there. So we'll have to see. Otherwise, if he's feeling confident, I mean, he ended up having a decent decent time of it in the latter half of that game. But for the first bit, it was pretty rough to watch him against High Tiffany up top.
I mean, to be fair, like I said, he could have done a lot worse. One of the key things whenever you're down that far is to not feed. And Alex the Greater, he did not feed. Gave up one death in that whole laning phase when he was pressured so hard and just destroyed in CS. He theoretically, I mean, like if this were solo queue, he would have been destroyed a lot sooner. But another thing is there wasn't that much focus on the top lane from Yupon, I should say. I mean, considering, I am Tiffany, or no, Alex the Greater. I mean, there wasn't very much. He tried helping other lanes. It wasn't really helping out because by the time he did go up there, I think he actually gave I am Tiffany just another kill. So for being left alone, given the situation, I think he did pretty good, and he did carry himself into the later game. Well, I guess the mid game didn't really get to late game. Did carry himself into the mid game and became a pretty huge asset. Was able to still be that CC champion and stay safe. So, props to Alex the Greater. I bash him for his laning phase. It wasn't that great, but it could have went a lot worse in my opinion. I'm just kind of trying to give the guy credit at this point.
Yeah, well, I mean, not even, most of it wasn't even because of his own play. It was just because High Tiffany was just laying on so much pressure. So not even him particularly doing a bad job. But oh man, here we go. This is somebody's been watching the LCS today.
For the love of God, please don't do it. I don't even like saying this guy's ult, and I'm actually glad you're play-by-playing because
hyperkinetic position reverser.
Yeah, I'll be say fast. Go for it. If you want to, if he locks it in, I'm gonna enjoy this. Could be a mid lane Urgot. Let's see how this goes. I mean, if this Urgot is locked in, it means Alex the Greater is going to go top lane. But I don't see a Zac fitting into this comp either, unless somebody wants to take somebody top. Actually, I don't know what's happening now.
Yeah, I think they're just flipping things, trying to mess with us at this point.
I swear, if they switch to Urgot, I'm gonna be a sad panda. I do know though that Ari is taken away from Sasaki.
Yeah. So
that's pretty much who they're picking for right now, I believe, and that's going to be interesting seeing. Seeing the Ezreal on the other side. I don't really know how that's going to go. Ezreal, I don't really see Ezreal as an ADC that often anymore. He's usually in the mid lane to try to do what he does there and just add a little bit extra physical damage and poke to the team. But as an ADC, I'm not really a big fan of him.
Yeah, especially against the Graves, it's a really interesting choice. Graves is probably one of the biggest punishers against an Ezreal in lane, mostly because you don't really have to do much else other than point your skill shots in the general vicinity of Ezreal, whereas he has to line up and go try to get around the minions with those mystic shots. Graves, of course, can just quick draw in with the buckshot, try to lay down 3 shells on your face, and if he does get that connection, it's going to hurt a heck of a lot. Looks like Oh My Banana, though, playing around with the Morgana choice. So that could help quell a lot of the aggression from Draven Does It All on Graves if he gets a nice binding into the Dark Pool. But of course, he is going to be very tanky, and he's going to have a lot of sustain given his passive, the True Grit passive,
Oh yeah.
increased armor and MR, and of course the ebb and flow coming in from the Nami, the Swift Ever.
Yeah, so Tiver I thought did really well on Nami, and gonna
He
do
did. He just got grabbed a lot.
yeah, got grabbed a lot, and but that is not an issue. Of course, you do have the binding now,
Hmm.
which a little bit different of a mechanic than the grab. You do have the freedom to still bubble and such while you're binded down by the dark binding of my banana, but we'll see how he does against that one. And it's gonna be a little hard bubbling a what is that? An Ezreal with the arcane shift.
Hmm.
So not really sure how the Nami is going to work on the bot lane. But yeah, you're right. Ebb and Flow and Ty College Blessing going to really help out Draven Does It All. And we've seen what happens whenever he has an advantage, he's able to run with it so far. And it's going to be interesting seeing that bot lane. In the mid lane, though, Sasaki going to be going against his Ahri from the last game, this time on the opposite side, of course. Going to be taking the Xerath. I don't really know about how I feel about Xerath against an Ahri. Xerath being so immobile and Ahri being so immobile. It's going to be interesting. You're going to have to put on some juke shoes.
Yeah, that, and you're also going to have to lay down a lot of early harass before the Ari can get into you, because if she gets Spirit Rush and just dashes in and gets a charm, the Xerath is pretty much dead, or he has to blow a major summoner spell. So Sasaki, and I mean, we've seen that he is a very capable mid laner, but of course he's going to be a lot more of an immobile one this time around. So we'll have to see if he's able to perform. But we'll also have to see at the same time if Haijiong can use the Ari as well as Sasaki did in the last game. So many questions to be asked, and many answers that we will have to wait for as we get ready to load onto the Rift. We are into the caster delay. We're going to go to a quick music break, however, while we wait for that to happen. Before we do, we're going to give a shout out to our sponsors, of course, Twitch TV, Newegg, Rockat, MSI, Jinx Apparel, Loot Crate, and Tespa. We thank them so much. This is the High School Star League that you're watching, of course. If you are new to the High School Star League, we provide scholarships to aspiring esports students in high school. This year, I believe we're giving away $35,000 total in prizes at our season finale I believe it's in July, maybe late June, one of those two, one of those J months coming up here. But we are going to have a lot of explosive action. We've seen these teams in the last game, so this next game is certain to be just as entertaining. So don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Looks like we had a little bit of a disconnect issue, but obviously the pause has been lifted, and we are back into this game. The second game and the last game of the night between Henry Jackson and Aldergrove High Schools. My name is Achilleos. With me is Fekis, and we are on to the Rift.
Hi again, guys.
That's it. All right, good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, so we do see nice pile up, similar to last time.
Oh,
My banana does not have the rocket grab this time around. I had the dark binding, but it did miss, so might just call it quits on this one too and go back to a defensive stance for their jungle. Their ping's coming out. I want to take advantage of Sasaki's cockiness here, but I don't think they're going to.
It does not look like it. Let's see, though. Good forward ward there.
Yeah,
don't get too much from it, though.
Nothing exciting, yeah. A little dancing from Swift Ever because people like spamming Nami's. Nami's, I think that's her laugh. I'm pretty sure that's her laugh.
Yeah, that's her taunt or whatever.
Yeah.
But, as you can see, okay, I thought maybe we were going to see Swift Ever and Draven Does It All start at the Krugs, since they have Yupon starting over on his Gromp.
Oh, why start Krugs when you start in the far bush? Do a level, season 2 cheese. And look, Swift Ever doesn't even have Ignite. I don't know if it's going to work too well, but knowing how like squishy and Ezreal is, this actually isn't that bad of an idea considering they have a Graves on the team. But now they're going to get out of the bush and just play it safe, play it normal. I kind of wanted to see it, but you know, I don't always get what I want.
Yeah, opt for that just fast push, try to get that level 2 immediately instead. But yeah, I guess the Krugs wouldn't have been that great of a start with Swift Ever on the Nami. Could have been really rough. And here goes Hi, I'm Tiffany, already just ripping straight through. Hi. Oh my! That is insane. That is an exorbitant amount of damage from the side of Hi, I'm Tiffany coming out there. Wow. Oh my God. Yeah. Alex the Greater just getting absolutely shredded. If he had been running Ignite on the Udyr, would have been a kill.
Oh, no wonder. I mean, Alex the Greater only has 20. Well, at level 1 had 20 armor. No wonder why. It's not running armor runes.
Oh wow. Well, Swift Ever actually gets bound up, but they fire straight back with a bubble onto Nayun there, and he takes a good bit of damage. That quick draw into the buckshot starting to do work. Draven does it all fast on the pickups there. And already starting to have that CS advantage. As we can see, double the CS of Nayun. Already looking bad.
Yeah, this is a hard lane for him, especially when you have Swift Ever ever living
and actually
bubbles.
And Boz actually having to go back.
Yeah.
Almost died there in the jungle, so that's going to delay him. Does not yet have that red, but here comes Yupon as Sasaki gets charmed down. Actually not going to land the Q. Jiang able to walk right past that one in time, so likely going to go ahead and keep him alive for the time being. But he does still have a little bit of a CS lead. Very minuscule, but a CS lead nonetheless.
So one of the advantages that I want to go to the... Oh, actually, we have a roam from Yupon in the bot lane, but I mean, I'm not going to be able to find it. Yeah, I don't see the point to that one. So I'll go back to the top lane here for just a moment here with Hi, I'm Tiffany on this Udyr. One of the things that Udyr does not have is a gap closer, and that's what really benefited the Rek'Sai last game. But on this time around, if he does get in the face of Alexander the Greater, he has an option. Ooh, actually.
Here they go. The charm goes over to Sasaki. Yeah, instant flash coming out, but here comes balls from the side. He gets a Sonic Wave. He goes in. Heal comes out from Sasaki. Looks like it may save Yupon's life. It does. They're able to waltz on out of this one. So very nice pickup there. And use of the heal. But
yeah,
good counter aggression there from Boz, but his flash does go down for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, both junglers' flash go down because both of them are being super hyper aggressive on this. Sonic Wave lands in the mid lane, but I don't know, it's not going to go anywhere. I'm surprised he go on that one based on the track record of these junglers so far. Very aggressive plays, and they're not paying off. They just both blue flash, so that's the ending of that story. They're both going to go back to their respective jungles, do their thing. I guess I'll hit on the top lane later.
Oh wow, Hai Jiang just so low. Actually, Sasaki gonna finish him off with that stun. The Ignite does come across from Mahjong, but it's not going to be nearly enough to find the kill. So, first blood over to the side of Jackson High School there. So, very nice pickup. Dever actually taking a turret shot, not going to get hit by that binding, which would have been devastating. Draven actually taking one as well. Little uncharacteristic of him, but still a powerhouse in the bot lane. 41 to 27 CS so far.
Yeah, he's been pressuring that Ezreal so hard, and Ezreal cannot farm that well underneath turret unless he has Mystic Shot up. And I mean, it's not going to be up all the time for these minions, so he's going to try to prep it here. This is actually a really good idea because he can auto attack one of them, and then that's actually a really good idea by Hayam Nuwan. So doing that well, still losing on the CS side though, and does not have a health pod to help him out either. Or any sort of sustain, considering, oh, my banana doesn't have any sustain on the Morgana.
Yep, now you're not going to get caught out by that bubble, and Swift Ever not going to get caught out by that binding either. So they're just going to keep this forward lane only, you know, really the ward by, I almost called it a Skull Crab just because that's exactly where it would be, but actually Haijong in the mid lane in the meantime gets the charm onto Sasaki, but he gets stunned up.
Level 6.
Yeah, they're not able to go forward here. He's holding on to that Spirit Rush, so still has plenty of escape mechanics, but he's being chunked down. Or to the right of the Arcane. I almost did it yet again tonight. Comes out, but Haijong dashes in with a Spirit Rush. Will find himself a kill. Very nice counterplay coming in there. Doesn't get taken down by that gank. Binding not going to connect in the bot lane. And they're starting to get chunked out, but Draven does it all. Is very low on mana. I don't know why I can't say right of the Arcane in the heat of the moment tonight.
I mean, there's like, mental blocks for everybody, man. You're just discovering who you are, what kind of man you're going into. So I mean, just roll with it, buddy. It's all right. I don't know. I really got nothing for you. I don't know what to say. I don't really know what to say. I do know on the mid lane though that it was a very, very well played read by the Ahri. Saw that he was low, but Sasaki used all of his cooldowns except for his ult, and Spirit Rush is still up. And whenever Rite of the Arcane is used, that roots the Xerath into place. Perfect target for an Ahri, and exactly what he did. Took advantage of it. Knew there was no kill potential from Sasaki, considering he doesn't have Ignite, only has Heal, and you cannot auto attack while you're rooted down by your ult either. So very well played by the Ahri. I was very impressed with that, and this is actually a really good idea from I Am Tiffany. Lane's pushed up. Go get a Scuttle Crab. Why not?
Yeah, just go ahead and grab that one up, get himself a quick little bit of gold. Still having a pretty decent time, as we could see. Alex the Greater going for the Seeker's Arm Guard yet again, straight off the bat. So, unsurprising in that regard. Meanwhile, looks like that Phage going to get ready to come in here for the side of Hayam Tiffany. So, Triforce Udyr, that's going to be very devastating. And I can only guess that he's going to follow that up additionally with a Blade of Ruin King.
So it's like, you know, in like games, it's usually very tiny things that separate a good player, a challenger player, from, you know, let's say a pro player. And one of those things I think I just saw. Okay, so I feel like Yupon, he just smited the blue buff, but he had plenty of mana. Could have easily saved his smite for the wolves to gain that vision, that roaming vision spirit for his jungle. Because the race weren't, well, not the race, the Reapers, I'm sorry. The Reapers were not up at the time, so you couldn't get the vision from that. But he smited the blue buff. I don't really agree with that, because that's just one little thing he could have done to help get vision in his lane. But now there's a ward over by the blue buff. I don't know if that was there before, or he just placed it. His ward is nice shield.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop that one right there.
His trinket is down. It's on a relatively short cooldown, like 2 minutes. But he doesn't need that ward there if he smited the wolf. See what I'm saying? Could have used that ward to help protect Ahri a little bit more. And actually the ward's down now, so it doesn't even matter. But little things like that, I think these teams could really work on, and you know, like just separate themselves from, you know, that's usually what separates people from the, you know, the LCS players, the challenger players, the high school players, collegiate players, all those. But we have a, oh no, that's not a gank. That's not a gank. That's a Morgana on the bot lane. Yeah. All right, I'm done talking.
False alarm.
Yeah, my bad. You know, this screen doesn't zoom out that much. I just saw like someone roaming there. I was like, uh-oh.
Oh, but this is going to be Alex the Creator in a bad spot. Goes straight into the Sonic Wave, but throws down the Flash, so he will burn that one out, but stays alive for now. Meanwhile, Boss showing his face in the top lane. That means it's going to open up the first dragon of the game for HJHS here. But actually, teleport coming in from the Udyr. Binding goes on to Sasaki. Here comes the True Shot Barrage. Not going to find the steal. They do take it out. Udyr is here. The tidal wave comes across. Looks like Swift Ever going to go ahead and sacrifice himself for the rest of his team. Draven, though, gets caught out by the Dragon's Rage. That's going to be Assault and Battery on a Boss. Draven does go down. Here comes the Right of the Arcane, but it gets locked up immediately. Yupon finds a kill onto Boss, but the Charm lands onto Sasaki. He is going to fall here. Who's going to get the kill? It's a double kill going over to Haijiong, and they fire right back. So a Dragon going over Henry Jackson, but that's going to be a gold lead going over to the side of Aldergrove here.
Yeah, very nice team fight from them. Alex the Greater could not be in that fight because his teleport was down. It actually came up during the end of that fight, so it may have been a little bit different had he been able to get in there. He's not down near as much as before in the last game. He actually did pick up quite a bit of CS while I Am Tiffany teleported and focused bot lane, but I mean, Alex the Greater, I don't know, Lissandra in general, can push. Not a good sieger, though. Doesn't really have anything to do anything to towers. So didn't take too much off that turret. I think it's just a little bit below half health, but I Am Tiffany got back up there plenty of time, and now he's going to try to push in. But Alex the Greater actually has teleport now. Yeah, it's going to be used.
Yep, burn that one out. So having a much better showing this time around. Still going for the Rod of the Ages build. Must be a personal preference here on that Lissandra. We do have Yupon on the side. He goes in with the Glacial Path, gets the lockdown. Haim Tiffany turns in. That Frozen Tomb comes in. He is still... Actually, doesn't have the Assault and Battery now that I check, but it doesn't matter. Ice Shard going to be enough to finish him off. Boz is roaming around in this top side of the map. Looks like he will be able to take out the minions here and stop that assault onto his turret, which is about below half HP, if I am correct. Yes, it is. It's actually very low. They're now down to about 30%, 25%, something around there.
Alright, so yeah, that's a nice break for Alexander the Greater. Like I said, having a lot better game than the last one. Yeah. Not down near as much CS, but meanwhile in the bot lane, Draven does it all. Had that turret down, just been pushing relentlessly, especially with the focus of balls on the top lane right now. It's free roam right now in the bot lane because he's been dominating.
Yeah, well, actually, there's the tier 1 top tower going down, so Alex the Greater grabs that one up for his team. Down only 2 CS now. Has that kill. So doing a really great job on Lissandra this time around. And now Ball's maybe in a bad spot as he gets spotted out by that ward. Here comes Sasaki. The stun not going to land. Nice dash, but doesn't matter. Arcanal Pulse going to go ahead and finish him off. Sasaki he gets himself the second kill of the game. Still down in CS though compared to Haijiong, but swinging himself back in here slowly but surely. Swift Ever not going to get hit by that charm, though it was insanely close.
Hey, Gilios.
Yeah.
I
know exactly what you're going to say to me.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
I don't know. Fact is, how many does it take?
Tentacles. I muted my mic and told it to my wife. It's pretty good. I like that joke.
Oh my god.
Glad nothing exciting was happening in the game besides Hi, I'm Tiffany going on the offensive against Alex the Greater, but no turret for Hi, I'm Tiffany to fall back on right now. There is a turret for Alex the Greater to fall back on though, so does have a little bit of refuge there. Meanwhile, in the bot lane.
Oh yeah, Hi, I'm yeah, no on, sorry. I'm trying to glance on who the heck it was getting caught up there by now. Yupon gets kicked away with the Dragon's Rage. They're on the chase. Can they find the kill? Balls wants to get it. Draven, he gets locked up by the Binding Shackles. Comes across. He will fall. Nuyan gonna go ahead and get that kill. Now Swift Ever locked down. Here comes the stun though from Sasaki. They get that kill, but Hijong from the backside. Looks like he's gonna get himself a double. No, it's not actually. Neon's gonna go ahead and pick that one up, but oh my god, that's a 4 for 1. And they only get the support.
Yeah.
Henry Jackson pay the price there, and they just lose their ranks. Hi, I'm Tiffany now playing very far forward. Looks like he's going to go ahead and execute here. Trying to get away, but so that just shows Alex the Greater. Alex the Greater having a fantastic game. The rest of his team, not so much.
No, and you know what? Almost the complete opposite of last game, if I recall, where everyone was doing horribly except, actually, I should say, similar to last game. Mid lane was doing great. Sasaki was doing fantastic. Everyone else is doing poorly. This time, Alex the Greater is going to try to bring a backpack of his own this time around. Let's see if he can. See if he can carry a team whenever it's down. It's not really down too far. The gold deficit's not that bad, and a dragon is on the side of Henry Jackson, so they do have that little bit of power advantage. They don't really need to go for this second dragon. They can instead shove turrets, get more of a gold lead, more of a map presence, because they do have the map presence. They have 2 turrets to nothing right now, and they can increase that if Aldergrove decides to go for this dragon. Because the most important dragons are the 1st and the 5th one. You don't really have to worry too much in between until about the 3rd or 4th, because then you need to stop the enemy from getting the other dragons. But yeah, it's a little bit more advantageous to start picking up turret objectives right now for your team.
Yeah, that mid turret pickup would be very good outside of Henry Jackson, but yeah, been able to find their way into that one. Can they seal it?
Did he?
No, I don't think he got it. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, yeah, he did. No, that's an older blue buff.
Oh, that's an older.
Yeah, Hai Jiang's got the fresh one, so he was able to get it, I think, on the backswing of the Orb of Deception.
Yeah.
So, but Baw's in such a bad spot. They actually blew a lot of ultimates to take him down, where he was otherwise pretty caught out and, like, I don't think he was going to get out alive on that one either way. But they burn the collateral damage, they burn the Assault and Battery, but nonetheless, it will open them up to pick up this second dragon of the game, so very nice for them. The True Shot Barrage is going to come in. Too little, too late, however. And now they're going to go ahead and have to try to get a push in on this mid turret. Looks like it might be their next thing in their scope. See, they have a lot of pushing power here, a lot of siege, and Draven does it all with that Infinity Edge. Almost has the Brutalizer. He's going to be able to shred through this turret rather quickly as it does go down. So there you go. They got the best of both worlds. They went for the turret and the dragon. Walking away with both of them.
That was really good for them. They picked out Balls, who was not in a very good position at all. And that's the vision game I was talking about last match. That you need to start placing wards, a few more wards in the jungle. You even see a lot of Lee Sins go for a Sightstone, early Sightstone, but he does not have one yet, and doesn't even have a. I don't know if he had it before, but did not have a warding. Doesn't have a warding totem right now. And actually, no, he couldn't have had it last time because his sweeper is all the way up, and whenever you buy a new trinket, the cooldown resets on it. So it's already done, and I don't think it's been 2 minutes since that happened. So he had no wards on his person. That's something everybody needs to do, and Bosch just learned it the hard way. There's a ward, his area that he'll be going to. Keep it warded, because vision is knowledge, and knowledge is power in the game of League of Legends, folks. That's how I see it.
That is all truths. You speak here, Fecus. As you can see, a pretty solid gold lead now, coming in about 1.4k. Back in the hands of Henry Jackson. They were at a bit of a disadvantage earlier on. Had some nice turnaround fights from the side of Aldergrove, but right now, slipping through their fingers almost. So you can see, down but not out. Of course, Draven does it all, having a great showing in CS numbers so far on that Graves, whereas Nayoon not quite so much. Catching up, 2-0 and 3 though, having a good showing on the Ezreal, which we were a little bit skeptical about. Had some pressure in that laning phase, but actually now Yupon from getting found out by Hyam Tiffany. Damage coming through, Swift Ever coming around on the side, but Hyam Tiffany, he's going to be able to zip right out of here. Yupon's still on this aggressive play, but not going to be able to catch that one. And though the bubble just barely missing onto Hyam Banana, but there's the stun and a huge amount of damage goes through. Black Shield just a little bit too late. Hyam Zhong, there's the assaulted battery. He goes in deep. Draven does it all, finishes off Banana, and now they are on the retreat. Yupon just still a little bit too low. Tiffany coming around on the side. He will take some damage. Alex the Greater coming in on the side. This could be the top tier 2 tower in contention here. And this, as the pings come across, they do not have Banana. The shackles not used. The exhaust not there for them. He will be up in 5 seconds. Hai Xiong though, so low. The stun connects. Does he have it? Yes, he does. The Arcana Pulse comes across, and they do take him out. Having a better showing now on that Xerath. Dead even, 3-3 and 3. Turret goes down. Draven does it all. Comes out. He gets the slow with the red buff. Will he be able to find a pick? It doesn't look likely. Oh, my banana is now back alive. And it looks like this may be Henry Jackson just going to go ahead and peel back here. And possibly just start getting some vision established more around this Baron pit if they want. Because that is going to be something that they are able to take pretty much at any point now.
Yeah, all that and all that top lane shenanigan, all that came from kind of lack of vision. It was actually like a light switch in the above the heads of Henry Jackson High School. Oh My Banana took so much damage, then used the black shield on herself after all the damage was done. So whenever you see a black shield put onto the support, that means that it's not there for their carries, and that was a very nice engage. Led to a inner top lane turret for Henry Jackson High School. They're taking control of this game. Gold is getting just a little bit further away in their favor, and yeah, like you said, I mean, a Baron, it's approaching 25 minutes. It's starting to approach this mid game. Baron wouldn't be out of the question, but death timers is still pretty low. Yeah, it's like teleport coming out from, well, Alexander, actually Alex the Greater, not Alexander. Alex the Greater in the top lane. I'm sure, you know, homage to Alexander the Great. Yeah. Yeah.
He is, I mean, you know, minimal kill participation, but actually doing a really good job. You know, only the one kill that he picked up, but he's really been giving this Udyr a heck of a time. Ion Tiffany just not really able to fall into form compared to last game.
No, the Udyr, it's kind of, you know, same idea as the Rek'Sai. Get into the opponent's face and, you know, just shred them down with huge auto attacks and attack speed buffs. But the thing with Udyr, he does not have a gap closer to help him with that. All he can do is run at you, and especially with Alessandra, that's so easy to stop. And that's exactly what Alex the Greater has been doing, freezing him in place, maybe even queuing him and just walking away. It's not too hard for him to take on an Udyr. And he's been keeping up in CS, hasn't died, picked up a kill. You said minimum, you know, very, very minimum kill participation. But I mean, it's not quite hit the mid-game point.
Oh wow, they're just standing
entirely.
They're just standing on a ward. They even have a sweep available from Swift Ever here.
See, this is good wording from both teams because now everybody knows where everybody is. That's exactly how League of Legends should be played. Unless you're a better enemy, or a better, you know, player.
Oh, actually, wow! True Shot Rush comes through. Alex the Greater very low already. Might have to first entomb himself. The Dragon does go over to them. However, Ball's on the front line. He's so low. Draven does it all. Gets on a killing spree as he takes out Hai Xiong. Can he continue this? He gets the double kill. Can he find the triple kill? Maybe even the quadra. He goes forward. He gets the triple. That's gonna be the quadra kill. Almost a repeat pentakill for Draven does it all. They lose 2 members, but they get the ace and the dragon. They're up 3. That's going to be a push straight down the mid lane.
Yeah, Alex the Greater actually took that pentakill this time, but that was a big ace for Henry Jackson High School. Taking the dragon, now they're going to take more turrets. Took an ace. They are in firm control of this game. And yeah, 3 dragons right now. It's not too much longer before they can get that coveted 5th dragon. They have a 5th turret now, speaking of the number 5. And yeah, now it's going to be really easy for them to take this Baron if they want to on the next team fight. Maybe even bait Aldergrove into it and just destroy them there because we saw the massive power. Alex the Greater got in, ulted himself, stayed alive, then immediately Zanya'd to get the cooldowns back up and dished out more damage. And that was a great tidal wave from Swift Ever as well. Very well played by I don't know why I keep saying that. Henry Jackson High School. Although Yupon, get the Vault Breaker out. No problem, because again, weakness of Udyr, no gap closer.
Well, Tiffany is still on the hunt, though. He's really fast. He can dive straight onto this turret, and he's going to do just that. Yupon in such a bad spot. He pops the turtle shield. Can he get out? It's not going to happen. Vault Breaker just too little too late. He does get taken down, so wow, really a crazy long chase coming in from Tiffany finally getting in here and getting another kill. But has to go ahead and turn and run at the sight of Alexander Alex the Greater.
Yeah.
See, now you got me started on it.
Ah. Yeah, Alex the Greater, he is a huge threat right now. He does have that Rod of Ages, had it plenty of time. Actually, no, he didn't, because he built Zhonya's first, actually. So there's only one stack on that Rod of Ages right now. So it's very similar to the time he built it last game, despite having a better game this time around.
Oh, wow. Nayun.
He could actually win out on that one. He probably could have killed him.
With the collateral damage, you probably almost could have killed him.
Yeah,
and he goes in with the quick draw. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to close this gap in time. You know,
I think so now.
He
Could have. He popped the Yuma's Ghost Blade immediately.
Yeah.
Probably could have caught up with him then, but...
He also could have tidal waved.
Yeah. There's a flash up from Nuan, but I think a tidal wave is very worth a flash, for sure.
Yeah, that is... wow, that was just 2 big crits.
Yeah.
Ripping straight through him.
Well, he has quite a big crit in his build already.
Yeah. Wow.
So, yeah.
3,100 gold disparity between those two 80 carries.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And I don't even like, so Draven does it all. He's a fantastic ADC. We saw his prowess last game on the Jake's.
Haijiong though. Sorry, I'm gonna have to hold
you're
on
good.
that one. Yeah, actually, the collateral damage is gonna finish that one off. Buckshot and the Salt and Battery do come through, but he'll get caught on the back end of that ultimate. And now maybe Ball's in a bad spot, not gonna get caught up. However, by that bubble, looks like he will be able to retreat in. Actually, that's going to be the Frost Queens into the exhaust. They go in deep with the Vault Breaker. He's going to go down. Actually, Dragon Rays comes through. There he is. Sasaki snipes him out with the right of the Arcane. Oh my banana, being taken so low. Can Yupon get it? No, doesn't even need it. Sasaki is just deep in the base, and he's looking for the triple kill. Looks like he's almost going to be able to get it. He flashes forward, doesn't get the stun. Meanwhile, I Am Tiffany will get taken down. Alex the Greater showing up. 3-1-4 now on this Lissandra, and this is going to be the push in. Draven does it all! He gets taken down by the True Shot Barrage. So shutdown gold over to I'm Nayun, which is very much needed, and that's going to stop the potential push in onto this mid inhibitor here. No 80 carry equals no push.
Yeah, that was a pretty huge two-shot barrage, and yeah, you pretty much sum it up there. No AD carry, no push, and that certainly would have been a mid lane inhibitor turret had Draven does it all been there. But he does go back with the death and finish the Phantom Dancer. So Yuba's Ghostblade, Infinity Edge, Phantom Dancer. Quite a bit of crit in his arsenal. And the only armor he has to go up against is Boz, and it's not even that tough to get through for him. Well, I take that back. There is a Warden's Mail on the side of Hi, I'm Tiffany, but again, very easily kiteable, especially when you have quick draw or anything to help you. Well, you know, like a Nami there to help you slow, because Thai College Blessing does slow, which is very perfect against an Udyr. So I don't think Draven does it all is too worried about it, though. It does have a pickaxe started, but gonna be picking up that Last Whisper later than most ADCs usually build.
Oh, well, yep. Assault and Battery followed up by the Tidal Wave and a bubble.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Nayun is just saying goodbye because he just gets absolutely chain CC'd and decimated. Nice Dragon's Rage will save Balls' life for now. Meanwhile, Hi, I'm Tiffany wreaking havoc in the top lane and try to get that first tower of the game. The first tower of the game. Yeah. For Aldergrove. Meanwhile, their base is just getting decimated. Balls on the run. He's gonna get taken down. Sasaki finds himself that one. 6, 4, and 7 now on the Zareth, and he is just ripping through. Oh my bananas HP. Tiffany still on the rampage here. Alex the Greater actually gonna get pushed back off of his own turret this time. Forces out the Zonias. Does he have the Frozen Doom? He does not. Looks like he will go down. I'm Tiffany just too tanky with too much damage output. Finally turning into the Udyr that he needed to be so long ago. But Draven does it all. Gets caught out by the charm from Haijiong, and he will get burned out. So they get an inhibitor, but they lose 2 towers and 2 members here. It was a 2-for-2 trade, but they lose 2 towers and gain an inhibitor.
Oh yeah, and Aldergrove are not stopping the backs because I am Tiffany. He's still pushing. He's not. I don't think he's going to be able to get this one. He's not going to suicide for it. They're going to keep chasing this? They shouldn't keep chasing this.
He does have the Assault Battery up soon, but he's going to get out of range for it.
As he has no one there to really back him up, though, besides a Nami. And doing well, 0-3-13, but Mikhail's Crucible, not too much of an offensive item. I am Tiffany, going to clear out a pink ward, and this may be the first dragon going over to Aldergrove. So, maybe, yeah.
Oh, and here comes the fight. HSL just getting chain CC'd yet again. Sasaki picks up that kill right as the arcane comes through. Now you're not going to be able to juke it out. Yupon finds himself that kill. One last charge shot out. Doesn't look like it connected over onto balls, but he is on the run nevertheless. Sasaki trying to get in here. And Swift Ever actually just playing really far forward and aggressively. Yeah. This is looking so grim, though, for the side of Aldergrove.
Yeah, they have to really just play to the very, very, very late game to even try to have a chance at this. And even then, I don't think their team comp is going to allow it. Oh, my
Shackles go through with the Zonias. They're going to get out of range. Actually, yeah, Yupon just get locked up underneath the turret. There's a stun. HSL Tiffany coming in. Do they have the damage to stop him? Doesn't look like it. He gets stunned out, but he's got that red buff now. The chase is on. He does take down... Oh, wow, the True Shot Barrage comes through. Red buff will actually take him down. Can he get himself a triple kill? It looks like it, as Swift Ever is just getting shredded through. HSL Tiffany may be able to carry this game on his back now, but the top inhibitor is exposed as they get that turret taken down. And now they are on the run. HSL does have that Spirit Rush available if he wants to use it to try to get in here and land the charm. Doesn't look like it. Draven does it all, though. Might want to fire back. He's critting straight through Balls' HP. He does have the collateral damage. Not going to be able to find it. Spirit Rush is burned out. Couple charges left on that one, but they're going to go ahead and disengage here. So Baron still has not yet been taken by either team. Fifth dragon of the game going to be spawning in the coming minutes here. That's going to be a huge point of contention and might spell the rest of this game. Some really good fire back kills coming out from HSL Tiffany, but not sure if it's going to be enough to swing Aldergrove back into the driver's seat.
They still have a long ways to go, and giving all the kills over to HSL Tiffany, I don't think it's going to benefit them as much. Their comp is just going to be really hard to come back from this sort of deficit mostly because of Ezreal.
Oh wow, HSL Tiffany just charging blindly forward into the bush. That's going to be shut down. Goes over to Draven, which is not who you wanted on. That's going to be the start of the Baron, which is just getting absolutely melted through. True Shot Barrage too soon. And now can Lee Sin be the hero that they need? He gets interrupted on the dash over the wall. Actually, no, he doesn't. He gets the steal. He gets the steal. Balls takes it, but his team is absolutely decimated right now as Oh My Banana falls. And this could just open them up to push in and at least take a couple inhibitors, if not the Nexus turrets. Wow. I thought he got interrupted on his resonating strike by the tidal wave. But he still made it in, and that was a great steal by him, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough here. The charm not going to connect. Swift Ever taking a ton of damage. Does not hit by the Mystic Shot, but the auto attack won't be enough to finish him off.
These super minions, or these empowered minions, are going to come in handy right now.
This is very true.
Especially with the super minion.
Oh, and Alex the Great, maybe in a bad spot. HSL Tiffany's going to aggress. He flashes forward, gets the stun down. Flash from Alex the Great. He doesn't have the Glacial Path available. That's going to be the Randuins into the Zonias. And now Glacial Path underneath the turret will be enough to save his life. It looks like it. Frozen Tomb about to come off cooldown as well. But HSL Tiffany still just wreaking havoc around here. But the True Shot Barrage is coming in. Is it going to find him? No, it is not.
Yeah, here's the empowered minions. They do fantastic against super minions. Oh, I don't know if you want to do this one, Alexander the Great. You can't really... Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out. So, another turret going down. I don't know how this is happening, but Aldergrove, they're hanging on. That Baron steal was amazing, and that is keeping them in the game, keeping their base very well intact, too, because, yeah, the empowered minions against super minions is a great counter. It's actually one of the reasons why Baron is so huge whenever you have a down inhibitor, because these empowered minions can stop the super minions.
Oh, Tiffany maybe in a bad spot. Bubble goes out after the stun from Sasaki, and Draven does it all. It's just, yeah, he is just way too powerful. Finishes him off with that buckshot. Inhibitor in the mid lane has respawned, but for how long it's going to stand, I cannot say. Aldergrove coming straight up this lane.
2 inhibitors exposed.
Yeah.
Minions, they're still Baron on a couple members, I believe Ahri and the Ezreal, but it's not going to stop them too much.
Yeah, Draven just shredding straight through.
Yeah.
Right of the Arcane is popped. But
I don't know what for.
Yeah, not really going to be able to find anything there. I don't know if he even threw out any shots, but that's going to be Haijiong actually getting caught out. Black Shield will save him from that knock-up, however. So that's a little bit of a reprieve here. May enable him to delay long enough. Hi, I'm Tiffany is coming up in 3 seconds. If they can kill Henry Jackson High School, that opens up a lot of pressure on the map for the side of Aldergrove, but that's a pretty big if right now. Hi, I'm Tiffany is back out the gate, and this is actually Henry Jackson on the retreat. Hi, I'm Tiffany coming in. He's got that Zonius, but they want to pop it. They don't get it quite just yet. Yupon playing very far forward, trying to get him to disengage. He's coming in on the sidelines, getting onto Alex the Greater, and now Boss forced to go ahead and dash backward. But meanwhile, we can see Alex the Greater is just very much getting locked up. The rest of the team trying to play far forward. Boss now getting locked up by Yupon. They're trying to get him killed. The Dragon Trees come in and gets a nice knock up on the two members. True Shot Barrage comes across. Yupon will get melted out as the Spirit Rush comes out from Haijiong. And now Swift Dever looks like he will fall charmed. Not going to connect. And now Nayoon will get it with the Mystic Shot. But look at this. Tiffany is going to pinch from the bottom. Oh my god, this could be the ace coming in. This could open up the pressure. Just Draven have the damage. He's trying to cut as best as he can. The buckshot's not going to be enough. Shutdown goes over. And now Sasaki as well will fall. The ace comes in for Aldergrove. That is huge for them, but look at the base. The super creeps are coming in straight onto the Nexus turrets. They have to recall. They're not going to be able to get any kind of push off of this one, but it looks like Nayoon will be able to go ahead and solo out this dragon, which will bring them to their second buff of the game.
Yeah,
wow.
They're clawing back in. I mean, the gold gap is a lot shorter than it was 5 minutes ago. A lot smaller, I should say. Yeah, second dragon picked up. That's going to give the team global experience. Not really global gold, but it's going to at least get... Oh, my balls. Anybody... Oh, yeah. Oh, my banana, rather. Oh, my banana. I'll just say the Ezreal Nari at this point. At least try to get them to level 18, because they hit that little bit of extra power that they possibly could have. I don't know. I didn't think Aldergrove could do this, but Henry Jackson High School, they're getting broken up by Hi, Tiffany and being picked apart. I just hit my knee if anybody heard that. Being picked apart by the members of Aldergrove. This is a very interesting comeback. Baron should be up in about 3 or 4 minutes, I believe. Maybe 2 or 3 actually. And I think that if whoever gets the next Baron, yeah, 2 minutes now. Whoever gets the next Baron, they have a very huge advantage in this game. Unless, of course, everyone gets aced afterward, which is, when this game is going, is a very big possibility.
Yeah. And this is exactly what happens when you put a full force tank onto a Graves. You just can't really shred through. Of course, with the Bloodthirster that he's trying to complete, which will happen fairly soon if this game doesn't end prior. It will help him kite and sustain against Hi, I'm Tiffany, but yeah, Graves just doesn't really excel into that type of matchup. As you can see, though, this is going to be 3 waves of super creeps. We have double super creeps moving into the mid lane right now. This is going to be very difficult for Aldergrove to hold right here. The poke already coming through from Sasaki, trying to lay down those Arcano pulses. Swift ever just get hit up by that Sonic Wave, but Balls would have to be a madman to follow that one through.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no Baron buff on anybody now, so these super minions are going to be pushing in non-stop. See the bot wave, top lane, they're slow pushing now, but mid lane,
yeah,
they are there. And it's going to get to a point pretty soon when you have 6 super minions in the base all at one time.
Yeah, this has to be Henry Jackson playing a patient game, waiting for the rest of the waves to crash. And with this new one coming up, they should be moving in simultaneously. The top and the mid, of course, moving in. Looks like bot going to be a little bit more delayed, especially after the new wave spawning. But this is starting to look very bad for Aldergrove. Though Sasaki taking a good amount of harass from Nayoon. So that is good for them. As you can see, they are clearing out these minions as fast as possible. Double minions as well in the top lane. The one turret already down to about 70% HP. The other one falling suit as well. They're about dead even here, both of these towers. So very, very close. The mid inhibitor coming back up. Can they stay? And clears one out. Balls already being taken so low. Right of the Arcane is popped. Can he find any targets? He hits Nayoon a couple times, but the inhibitor going to go ahead and fall straight back down.
This
And
is
now
torture.
this is, yeah, the race is on here. Top inhibitor coming back up as well. Tiffany coming in. He gets on the Draven. The shackles are out with the Zoni as Arcane Barrage comes across. Hi, I'm Tiffany is locked up in the Frozen Tomb, but he is absolutely ripping straight through. Oh, my banana is so low. Double kill. Goes over to High. It looks like they're going to get the ace. Sasaki is alive. That's going to be a triple kill. Going over the quadra kill now for Hai Young. Can he get the pentakill? He does. We have 2 pentakills in a row. Hai Young fires right back in.
Oh my god. So top lane inhibitor came up during that time. And that was a huge desperation move by Aldergrove. They had to engage there because they didn't have any more time to engage. That first Nexus turret went down, and they're like, all right, guys, we got to do this. And they launched, and successfully, too. Aldergrove, they're going to stay alive for a bit longer. I mean, the gold gap is only 600 away now, but there's so much pressure in the mid lane. It looks like Hi, I'm Tiffany. He's just going to go solo this mid lane turret. He has plenty to do it with as well. There's a lot of armor on his side. 400. No, that was the speed. He does not have 450 armor. He has 263 armor. Not to mention lifesteal and a shield. So he just might be soloing these turrets by himself at this point. And dodge the bubble. Has the Triforce. Plenty of damage on turrets.
Wow. Yeah, there's just nothing they can do right now. Swift Ever, he's going to use the tidal wave to try to get this turret alive. Looks like it will. Tiffany going to go down. Sasaki snipes that one out. The right of the Arcane comes through. That's going to be the pings onto the Baron. They still have 2 waves of super creeps crashing in. So this should be a pretty easy pickup here for Henry Jackson High School. But there are members of Aldergrove on the side. Can he get the steal yet again? The Sonic Wave connects. Can he follow this through? Can he get the smite? It already expired. He has to dash through. He's going to be stuck in the pit now. Henry Jackson goes ahead, picks this one up. Boss is going to fall. This is likely going to be the end of the game as a double kill comes across from Draven. Does it all. Swift Dever almost falling there. Will keep himself alive. Now triple kill, actually, to finish that one out.
Yeah,
I am Tiffany up in 20 seconds, but it's a little bit, too little, too late. Hai Xiong gets locked up. Charms back, will take out Yupon on the backswing, but here comes Draven, does it all. And just with a few auto attacks and a pop of the Yumus, that is the turn of the game. And that is Henry Jackson barely, by a thread, going 2-0 in this series against Aldergrove. What an insane second game.
Yeah, that was Hi, I'm Tiffany getting a little too greedy in that mid lane. Had he survived, had everyone, it was a 5v5, probably would have been a different story. Because Aldergrove, they were at the point where they are actually matching power of Henry Jackson High School. Got a little greedy for a turret, and actually didn't even get the turret. But yeah, good game to both teams. That was an incredible 2-match series.
Yeah, absolutely insane play coming from both of these teams. Lots of back and forth. Of course, 2 pentakills, 1 in each game. That's not something that we see every day here at the High School Star League. So really awesome to see that. So congrats to Draven Does It All and to Hai Xiong for picking those ones up, respectively. But wow, yeah. So I look forward to seeing both of these teams moving forward in the remainder of the spring season here at High School Star League. But that is unfortunately going to do it for us for tonight. Of course, we do have more games coming your way tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But my name is Achilleos. With me has been Fecus. You can follow me on Twitter at AchilleosCasts. Fecus, we can find you, I believe, at Fecus, correct?
Yeah, PHEQES. I actually typed it in the chat. Put yours there, too, because I'm a good co-caster.
What a good guy. I also have it up on the screen for us, too.
There you go.
So you go ahead and check that out. If you enjoyed the cast or if you want to give us some feedback and tell us how much we sucked, you can absolutely go ahead and do that by following us and tweeting at us. Hopefully it's going to be the former, not the latter in that regard. But before we go, of course, we want to give an awesome shout out to our equally awesome sponsors, Twitch TV, the largest video game broadcasting and chat community on the internet. Newegg, the leading online retailer for computer hardware and software. Rockcat, which produces innovative, high-quality products for today's ambitious gamer. MSI, which is devoted to building high-performance products used by gamers around the world. Jinx Apparel, which creates awesome video game-themed clothing, apparel, and other fun accessories. Loot Crate, which connects subscribers with the best new goodies for the geek and gaming market. And, of course, Tespa. We thank all of them for their continued support. And, of course, we want the audience wants some shout-outs. So, what was that? Pat Job? Petrobra. Petrobra? The
Petrobra.
Sloth Lord.
That's a good one.
Alex the Greater. I'm not saying your name.
Yeah.
Star.
Some things we just can't say on stream.
I'm just gonna say Star.
Sponsors don't like certain things.
Yeah, this is the High School Star League after all. But that is going to do it here for us tonight. We hope you guys join in with us tomorrow. Like I said, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll have more awesome action lined up for you then. But until then, you guys have an awesome night, and we will see you next time. And some guy with a pan. Last shout out. Squeeze that one in. All right, goodbye.
Night, guys.